Hello everyone, I am Mayuri and it's my pleasure to have you as a host today. First and foremost, I would like to thank all of you for joining us for the 12th edition of my webinar. Now, without further ado, let me introduce our speaker for today. Kannan S., MyDBOps database engineer, is here to present MySQL performance schema in action, an overview of MySQL performance schema and implementation. He has been with MyDBOps for over 2 years and has refined his capabilities not just in addressing tedious database problems, but also in writing blogs and hosting large-scale webinars and meetups. Over to you, Kannan. We are ready when you are ready.
Yeah, thank you, Mayuri, for the intro. Let me share my screen. Yeah, hi team. Good morning. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Kannan, it's visible.
Yeah, thank you, Mayuri. Yeah, hi team. Good morning, and welcome to the 12th webinar of MyDBOps. And myself, Kannan. I'm a database engineer, and I'm interested in MySQL and its relating MySQL activities, and I am an active learner. And yeah, before going to the agenda of the performance schema, let me know about the MyDBOps. MyDBOps are there for since 2016, and we have over 500 plus active customers, and we are supporting the open source in MySQL, Postgres, and MongoDB. And we have over 500 plus active customers, the main customers including Flipkart and Swiggy and Regan. And let's get into the agenda of the presentation. First, we can go through what is performance schema. In performance schema, as we all know, performance schema is something which is related similar to the proc interface in the Linux. Performance schema is it is a feature which is used for monitoring the MySQL server at the execution at the low level. First, the performance schema was basically introduced in the MySQL version 5.5, and later it is get improved in the upcoming version of 5.6, 5.7, and 8. And it provides a way to insert the internal execution of the server at the runtime. If you run something at the server at the internal level, it helps us to get a detailed view of the query, and it will get a detailed view of the systematic information of the server. And it gives a brief insight what is happening inside the server. We can't get with a performance schema. It is difficult to get what is happening inside the server, and we are getting the data inside the server. It is basic DML queries, SQL queries, which we use to get the data. And it was the performance schema was implemented as a storage engine. And we can get to know about the performance schema terminology. The performance schema terminology includes the actors, customers, digest, and the dynamic configuration events. And these are the performance schema terminologies. And performance schema terminologies mainly consist of actors. First, we can let us know how the performance schema works. This is a detailed diagram. It explains about how the performance schema works. And we all know the application users connected to the MySQL server to get data or insert the data. It can depend on the speed of the customers. And when customers start inserting the data, the events are described in the performance schema. And through the records, it is collected in a specific amount of data. And through this data, the DBA can fetch the required amount of information through it. And first, as I discussed that, we can know about the instruments. Instruments are the main thing. It is called as a code point, so where the measurements are made. As I discussed earlier, when the users are connecting and the application DBAs are connecting to the servers, the instruments are the measurement point where all the code points are entered. There are two types of instruments mainly. First, we can say about the timed instruments, and the timed instruments are also called as events. Events are something when server try to execute a query or something related to identity thread. It is called the events. And untimed threads are memory issues and count usage also we can take it. And the main things are stored in the performance schema is setup instrument table. All the instruments related things, such as select, queries, the events, everything are stored in the setup instrument tables. It is the main thing which contains the total detail of the instrument things in MySQL. And first in MySQL 8 5.6, it was only less number of instruments are there. Later, for the upcoming version, the instruments are get improved. Currently in MySQL version, there are more than 1,200 instruments are there in current MySQL 8. And this is how the instruments get data. First, the MySQL, and the user connected to something, the user to get to fetch data or enter data. It starts with the events. The event starts and the event sends. Both the records are stored in the performance schema. And next we can go about the consumers. Consumers are something the process data collected. The previous slide we can get how the instruments collected the data. The data collected by the instruments are available in the data collected by instruments are per table. It is stored in the consumer. The consumers are divided, set up consumers table. As we have seen in the setup instruments, for instrument, it is for consumers. It is set up consumers tables. Consumer name as a column to specify where the consumer is enabled. Whether we have a specific column in the table where the consumer is enabled or not, we can enable the consumers manually also. And the events are the main thing the data collected by the instruments. When the event starts and the event flow, it is totally present in the MySQL performance storage. It is used to observe the flow in the MySQL, whether the execution of query or everything, whether the flow in the total flow of the MySQL is provided, it is used in the performance schema. Events are linked, that is general as both parent and one or more things. Even in the events are you can say as a set of coordinators where the flow of MySQL get into a flow. These are some of the event types: transaction, statements, stages, and waits. We can detail see about the events in the upcoming slides. The threads. Thread is a fundamental concept which is present in the performance schema. Thread is which is handle the background process, whether it is a sleep connections or whatever it is. Threads handle everything, how the MySQL user connected to the server or everything. The threads handle the main concept in the performance schema. Performance schema main concept comes under the thread. MySQL has several threads in parallel. Even we have seen the replication also. In replication, the parallel thread also being enabled. It is called thread, where the data sends or receives. It is called a multiple thread, where thread plays a major role in performance schema. And as I said, each thread has an ID, which is called a thread ID. And through this thread ID only, we can name the thread. We can see what through the ID we can see what are the through the thread ID we can see what is the query executing, whether it's a DDL or DML. Through these threads we can get it. It is threads are stored in performance schema threads table as consumers, and instruments it is stored in threads tables. Performance schema tables types. There are several instruments that are referred in the setup instruments table: setup, events, summary, histograms, replication, lock, variables, clone, and miscellaneous. The setup tables, as we all said, the setup table consists 4 things: consumers, events, instruments, and threads. These are the static tables. Static tables in the performance schema: setup tables, events tables, summary tables, incident tables, and log tables, and replication summary. The setup tables, as I said, the setup tables consists as total setups as consumers, events, threads, and etc. The events tables consists what are the events performed in the consumers, and the summary tables consists a summary of the total MySQL, even it is a table level or things. The log tables consist what are the logs happening in the MySQLs and MySQL level server executions and other data thing which is happening in the data logs or something which is present in log level. And replication summary, whether replication is fine between the two servers or not, whether the data is replicated is correct. we can get the exact amount of query information, the performance of the MySQL in replication summary, statistic tables in performance schema. These are the, as I said earlier, the instruments plays a major role in the MySQL version. First, the instruments are slowly developed from the upcoming MySQL version 5.6, 5.7, MySQL 8. When compared to MySQL 5.6 and MySQL 8, the instruments have the groups and the variants have become huge. First, the 5.6 are less than 250 number of instruments we have. These are the growth of how MySQL instruments varies when the upcoming version. They are really developed the instruments in the upcoming version also. And these are the detail how many instruments are there. It is the total view of how the performance schema tables instrument the performance levels and Percona servers and total variables in the MySQL server. These holds major roles. And as I said earlier, there are 52 tables in the MySQL 5.6 and 561 instruments and 589 Percona server in Percona servers and 31 MySQL data variables to get the instruments. And in MySQL 5.7, the table size also get increased as the instrument size get increased. As there are 87 tables and 1029 instruments, and in Percona server it has a bit increased a lot. And compared to MySQL 8, MySQL 8 current version of MySQL 8 has nearly 1,200 or more than 1,200 instruments are there in the MySQL 8, and the variable developments are also become increased in the MySQL version and the upcoming MySQL version, the instrument. These are some of the high-level instrument in MySQL 8. As we normally deals with the memory, ideal, transaction, wait, statement error, the MySQL 8 is the MySQL 8 has a new feature in this in the 6 categories: data, memory, ideal, stages or transaction, waits or statements and error. Most of the things we can get in Linux level. If you are using open source in Linux level, we can see what are the what is the memory which is consuming high memory. But when coming to MySQL, if you are not able to get the exact the cause of the memory issue in the MySQL, you can get it through the memory level instruments. And ideal level, ideal number of threads and stages, transactions, waits, statements. Usually the query we executed in the flow is all comes under the statement levels. And error. Usually we face a error while executing query, and sometimes the DDL or DML query fails in the performance in the MySQL server level. So MySQL 8 has improved really good in the instruments when compared to 5.7. And that's just I'm going to give a overview a little bit about SysSchema also, because SysSchema is a user-friendly which of and it is also a user-friendly performance schema. So I just like to introduce a little bit about the SysSchema. When compared to performance schema, SysSchema just holds reads and presents the data. That's it. But the SysSchema is really user-friendly one. And the SysSchema includes the tables, triggers, view, the procedures function, the procedures what you're using, and the function for the calls. Everything will be present in the SysSchema. And the SysSchema contains the summarized performance schema tables variables. It will give a summarize of the total performance schema tables in the upcoming version. And the SysSchema objects are used for typical tuning. If you find anything difficult in the queries, or it is really used for if you go through about the SysSchema table, we can really get go through about the typical tuning and the dynamics process in the SysSchema. And these are some of the queries which I have used really to get the unclosed connection version in the MySQL 8. See, in here I have used total number of 8 connections in closed properly. And here, if you are seeing, I have used the performance schema accounts. In this accounts tables, in account tables in the performance schema, the accounts really holds every user connections and hosts, and with the connection which is not closed properly, and the points on number of closed connections properly. I have tested it in the MySQL 8 version server, where the number of there are some of the connections which are not closed properly from the end. So we can get a perfect view in the performance schema also. And it is for unused index. For example, in a MySQL server level, the unused index holds a huge amount of disk space in a server, and some of the even the unused index can cause the query trouble also. If you get about the query which is taking a long time, you can get a correct point of on query that some of the unused index also cause a lag in the query performance also. For that, we can performance schema. Table schema where we can get the primary query which are not using the primary key, and it is going for a huge number of tables. These are some this is also a testing schema where total of unused index are present in the servers. And the main thing about the disk, as I said earlier, the main problem we face, and they have improved the instruments in the MySQL 8. This the main thing is disk storage, and other thing is logs. We earlier see about logs. Now we can see about the disks. In the disk also, in performance schema, that's a table called event statement summary by account. It holds everything where the temporary disk space tables and so on. As we can see the select here, you can see the select in the event name. This select, you create the more number of temporary disk. It is comes under the bytes, so it consumes nearly 772 GB of temporary disk tables, which is unwanted in a MySQL when compared to the disk space level. And show tables, show create, show variables, and show status. These are, when I have tested this MySQL running server, these are the select queries, and these are the databases which cause the disk space to get increased. And here you can see the statement. Yeah, these are the instruments and the statements. As I said earlier, the statement consumers, etc. These comes under the use of the temporary tables of the disk. And let's go detail about the performance schema now. Just I am going to give a overview of the performance schema. It is as we all know that MySQL is a multi-threaded performance schema, and the performance schema is a foreground process which is running a server. And the transaction statement stages and base discover the detailed views of the performance schema. So mainly there are three scopes which gives about a current use: the complete events and histories, what are happening in the MySQL level running server. In a performance schema, we can get every detail of I can say every detail of the table in details of a server details in it. And we can, as I said about the events also, there are event properties that are holding the main details in the server. There are some properties called event that are shared among the inspective of the types, the event ID and the end event ID, when the event started and when the event ended. Everything are listed in the tables called performance schema. In the timer start, when the timer ends. There are different types of types which is used in the timer also. The timer, when the timer starts, when the timer ends, everything comes under the performance schema query. And that's it about the performance schema tables. And
thank you, Kanan.